inside the circle. But you've got to connect well to ensure that you've got enough on the bat to go over the top of the infield. Clever from Mustafizur Rahman, knowing that he would want to look to hit boundaries. It's about boundaries for South Africa. They want to go and win from here on. 79 from 31.
Yeah, the inner ring field spreads. I don't mind picking up a single up and over. Oh, decides not to go for the catch on the boundary. Oh, it's Tuscan. I think it probably would have bounced short anyway. Anyway, the South Africa did take the single off the last delivery, so it's 237 for 8. There is the target. It doesn't happen all that often in one-day international cricket. 78 of 30 deliveries. Might give them a chance if they had wickets in hand. That's South Africa. But it would need something special from one of these two. At the moment, everything favours Bangladesh, and so it should. The cricket they've put on display today has been superb. Batted well to post over 300. It's been backed up in the field. That's nicely played. That's a very good shot from Maharaj. They're trying to get him to play through the offside, and the field is strengthened on that side, but he still manages to pick the gap. Just being there for the 5 deliveries, and that's as good as it gets.
Now that's a very good shot. It just again the width and allows the batter to free his arms, but he still have to put it away. Not an easy shot to play over the cover fielder.
He does like the slog sweep as well. Up in the air, and it falls safely. It looks like he's a little bit stiff after his 10 overs.
A lot riding on this match for both the teams. Remember, it is the ICC ODI Super League, 10 points. Bangladesh right at the top of the points table with 100 points, but they have never ever won in South Africa against South Africa in this format.
And that's the end. That is the end of the match. You got to feel David Miller trying to use his feet, trying to get inside it and pop it over the R side. Hidi Maraz has done the trick. He's been brilliant in the second spell. There would have been a lot of worries after his first 4 overs. 4 overs naught for 38. But since he's been reintroduced, he's bowled at a better pace. He's got the ball to purchase. He's picked up 4 wickets, and he's leading Bangladesh to victory. David Miller's been superb, though. Got to give him his credit. 79 of 57. He really played his role. Unfortunately for him, the end has arrived. South Africa are now being read the last rites. Miller goes for 79. South Africa now 242 for 9. Lungingiri to the crease, averaging 15, best of 19 not out.
No run, no run.
This is a good change. This is a great delivery.
It's just bowled beautifully. Have a look at the turn and bounce. Again turn. So he's found a different method to bowl in the second spell, where he has now bowled, what, 3.5 overs, 4 wickets for 12, and that is a big wicket, a huge wicket. Bangladesh on the verge of creating history here They need another wicket.
So end of that over 5 runs from it, 242 for 9. Miller was always going to be looking to try and find the boundary. He decided to use his feet, and the change-up was almost like Mahedi had the idea that he was coming. Saw him come early, dragged his length down, got it to purchase a turn, and an easy stumping for Fakir. South Africa were on target when Van der Dussen and Miller were going strong, but since the back of Van der Dussen, everyone else who's come to the crease has struggled. And Bangladesh are now just 1 wicket away. South Africa cannot accumulate these runs. That is not going to happen. But it's probably not going to take the 50 overs for Bangladesh to inflict the victory. I'm sure they'll pick up a wicket before then. 4 times they've managed to beat South Africa in one-day internationals. 2 of them have been at World Cups, one in the West Indies, one in the Oval in England. They won the series in 2015 in Bangladesh. They won 2-1. Victories in Mirpur and Chittagong. But never have they accomplished the feat of beating South Africa on local shores.
Always the first time, Sean. And you mentioned about that series against South Africa at home. In that season, Bangladesh not only beat South Africa, they beat Pakistan and India in the same season. They had a terrific time back home.
They've been really good in the one-day format as well. I think this is their best format at the moment. T20 may be lacking a bit of striking power. Test matches, we had the victory for them in New Zealand, but haven't been as consistent as they would have liked. The edge will make its way down to the fence. So a bonus boundary that for Maharaj. He moves to 10.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, because this is their strongest format, the 50-over format for Bangladesh. And with the full strength squad, you see that outside edge just going past the keeper. To have Shakib Tamim available, bringing in their best players and putting in their performances when they needed it.
That's unorthodox from Maharaj, and just gets a single.
And it all started with Tamim Iqbal and Liton Kumar putting out that foundation of partnership of 95, the opening partnership. I'm trying to be a little bit cheeky there. And what about Shakib Al Hassan? Whether he's be on the tour or not, whether he was available, fatigue, mental, physical.
Certainly looked fresh today.
77. And also Yasir Ali, the youngster, playing only his 3rd one-day international, picking up a 50, putting up that 110 runs partnership with Shakib Al Hassan.
Yeah, I was most impressed by him actually, because I've seen most of the other guys and what they can or can't do. I've never seen Yasir Ali, and he played some fantastic shots in the middle order there for his 50. Shorter run-up for the Fizz. Up in the air, and this should be the final moment of the game. No! He dives in. Doesn't manage to take the catch. He took a brilliant catch out there to get rid of Rassie van der Dussen, and I thought he was going to get under that comfortably. But lands safely.
And that's same Yasir Ali, we're talking about how well he batted. He had to make a little bit more ground this time around. It did go up in the air for a long time.
Brings up a 254 South Africa. It's great footage of that slower delivery, how it comes out the back of the hand for Mr. Vizir. So 8 runs from that over, 47 now completed, 250 for now. are the bowling figures. Sharaful to complete his 2. Mahedi has bowled 8 overs. He's just got to bowl 1 more. What a turnaround it's been for him. 4 for 50 after being 0 for 38 after 4. He has almost been the key in many ways. You can see all those wickets on the right-hand side. A cluster of them. Swing and a miss. And he'll be thinking, I can get a 5 for here. He'll be dead keen. 5 more deliveries. In fact, he'll end up bowling full 10 if they do go the whole road, because he's going to bowl the 48th and then the 50th will still need to be completed. Swings it away, and that's 1 bounce into the boundary fence.
That's a good pick-up shot. You mentioned about the way he likes to pick up boundaries, like to hit big shots. Again, targeting that shorter boundary.
Trying to reverse sweep Keshav Maharaj. He's never short of backing himself with the bat in hand. Slug sweep out and me considering the second, but the side against it. So it'll be Lungi and Giddy on strike again.
Yeah, it's about the mindset. And Tamim Bal, before the start of the series, mentioned that we're not here to play good cricket. We're coming here to win matches. And if they go on to win tonight, and that proves a really big point and a statement, backing themselves up to realize and to have that self-belief that even though we have never done it before in South Africa, we are more than capable of doing it.
Up and over onto the bank. That's fantastic striking from Lungi and Giddy. Giddy will not be happy with that last delivery. It was a drag down, giving Giddy plenty of time, and Giddy's shown his skills. Showing that he's also more than capable. If he gets the ball in the slot, he can make it count. It's nice to defend that one. So 11 from it, 27 and over is required to 61 for 9. The 4 wickets, 2-4. Vitally important. Came back into the attack once the wicket of Fundadison was taken, and since then he's dominated. When you say dominated, it's the short boundary that he's had to protect, and he's done it with aplomb. The left-handers have been the easier task for him to try and sort out, but it's the change of pace, the slightly slower deliveries, and getting the ball to purchase and grip that's been the key. That was the massive wicket. That was the game-ending wicket, if you want to put it that way. David Miller had to go on his way. Mamadullah drags it down, and he's been smashed away. It hasn't been his evening with the ball. 1 over 0 for 9, and he's reintroduced into the attack. It's the big boundary, but it doesn't make a difference. Maharaj has absolutely middled this one.
It's a long hop, and you still have to put it away right from the middle part of the bat to the longest part of the boundary. Sails over, and it's a very good shot from Maharaj. Should have come up the order.
I say he does have a striking ability. That was almost like the arm delivery. He didn't even try and give it a grip. It's a 4 kilometers per hour, the last delivery. Sharaful, he was struggling with cramp. They decided not to finish with him. Mamadullah to do the job. Which makes sense. You don't want him to pick up an injury. Still a long tour ahead. 2 more one-day internationals and 2 test matches to be played.
We know how Bangladesh team batted, especially in the last 20 overs. But they managed to pick up 179, 91 in the last 10, 179 in the last 20 overs. Disappointed the way South African bowlers bowled?
Yeah, they'll be very disappointed. I mean, it's always a question of point of death bowling in these one-days and T20s. This is middled as well, and Lungi and Gedi, 2 sixes. And that's the biggest of the evening, so that's wonderful striking by Lungi.
partnership of 33 of 20 now. Trying the leg spinner. Picks it up very quickly.
This one from deep on the crease. He picks out the fielder. Oh, and it's dropped. Goes down. Madula could have his first for the evening. He's not happy at all. That could have been the end of the match. Just totally academic at this stage, but he'll be frustrated. You can see how far behind the stumps he delivered that one. He's just got to make sure he's ahead of the umpire to make it a legal delivery. That's trapped in front. No, it's not given not out, but they're going to use the review. Mamadullah believes that that's the end of the match. He believes he's got his man. And there's going to be just a little bit of extra theatre as we go upstairs.
TV umpire to the director. We have a play review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. I've checked the front foot and it's a fair delivery. Can you please start with front on spin vision? Okay, can I go to Ultra to confirm bat or no bat, please? Keep rolling it through for me, keep rolling it through. Keep rolling to the flat line as the ball passes the bat. No bat involved. Can you go to ball tracking when ready, please?
Well, I would like to say as a commentator, that looks stone dead. I'm sure ball tracking will back up my opinion.
Just waiting on ball tracking, Bongani.
I think it's missing off, missing leg, hitting middle.
Ball tracking coming up now. Original decision not out. Pitching out it off, impact in line. Wickets hitting. Bongani, I need you to reverse your not out decision to out. Stand by. You're on screen now. Signal now.
So that does bring an end to a fantastic historical performance by this Bangladesh team. And when I say team, it has been a team effort. Everyone has played their part. They've outperformed South Africa in all departments, the batting, the bowling and the fielding. And they end up winning for the first time on South African soil by 38 runs. Ali Khan sitting next to me, he's a proud man, and so he should be.
It's a fantastic result. Congratulations to Bangladesh for creating history. Have a look at the reaction. And they meant business. You could go and see what the players have been saying about their tour. Really good innings from Yasser Ali. Tamim Iqbal was very good, especially his captaincy has been very, very impressive. And to pull up a win in the very first match of a 3-match series in South Africa where they have never done it before, it's a special, special moment for Bangladesh.
I mean, a moment that will be enjoyed by Russell Domingo, having coached South Africa, now coaching Bangladesh, to get a win over his former team. It'll be something you'll really enjoy. But South Africa haven't been great in the last few series that they've played with regards to starting. Well, they started by losing the first test match against India and against New Zealand, but have had that ability to bounce back. They're going to have to bounce back again in this series because Bangladesh were really good. Played a complete game. And after losing the toss, being put into bat, to get a 314 for 7 on the board was a formidable total. Only once has a score higher than that ever been chased down on this ground. And South Africa at stages looked like they were on target, and they were when Van der Dussen and Miller were going strong. But it was always going to be a difficult task to maintain that kind of scoring rate and performance. And once they started to lose wickets, Bangladesh took control once again. So it's really good from Bangladesh. Van der Dussen, he was brilliant with the bat, as he has been for the last short period of time. Really has been a great touch in the one-day format for South Africa. Miller had some good striking as well. I think Bavim will be a little bit disappointed, particularly in the bowling performance of South Africa at the back end. He'll feel like 179 in the last 20 was too much to give away. And then batting-wise, they just needed a cool head and a couple of decent partnerships at the back end to give themselves a chance and take the game deep. But nothing must be taken away from the quality performance by Bangladesh. Everyone played their part, and they can really proud of their first victory in South Africa. Last wicket to fall, it was the LBW trapped in front, was sent upstairs. This was the final moment. Once it was reviewed and seen to hit the stumps, the celebrations could begin. Not only for the players, but for the 2,000 crowd. There was a lot of Bangladesh support. And the management, well, there's no doubt that they are more than happy to have smiles on their faces.
1:30 a.m. back home, and I'm sure people will be celebrating just like that. They know that Bangladesh wanted to do well. They were searching for their very first victory, and would you believe it? They have achieved that by picking up a win in the very first match. First one, the international in South Africa against South Africa by 38 runs. Donald White also joining the coaching staff. Quite keen to just pass on words of wisdom to how to bowl on these kind of pitches. Confirmation here.
Yeah, so the first Petro One Day International won by Bangladesh by 38 runs. There will be still 2 to follow in the series, and there's the scorecard. Verena got us South Africa off to a start, 21. Bavuma, a bit circumspect for his 31, but in regards to the partnership with Van der Dussen, it was perfect. The foil was really good. He just was there to be part of that partnership, and Van der Dussen was quite aggressive in attacking. When Bavuma went, Van der Dussen and Miller were really good and looked like